What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking, y'all? Back with some... I don't even know if I can say back with some. I'm not sure if I've covered Rondo on this channel, at least in his own, dedicated video. But for those of you that don't know, Rondo is actually one of my favorite point guards ever. I know he doesn't make it in many people's top 5, top 10 point guards of all time. I get it. But I used... And this is a Laker fan right here. A Laker fan. I just loved watching Rondo pass that damn basketball, play defense, rebound. Rondo would throw some of the most impressive passes I've ever seen, man. Dude had laser sight. So recently I did a video from House of Highlights where Vince Carter reacted to Vince Carter highlights. So I saw the Rondo one while I was watching the Vince Carter one, and I was saying, why not? I love me some Rondo. So let's get into it.
Welcome to The Real with Rajon Rondo. But first, do not miss the show everyone will be talking about this summer. Season 2 of House of the Dragon premieres June 16th on Max. At one point, you told Sports Illustrated this was your favorite pass of your career.
Hit a bottom spin move, jumped in the air, and the only way I could get it was probably behind the back. I felt like I had great sync with everyone.
That was a dope pass, but I think one of my favorite Rondo passes, and the details might be a little blurry, but it was when he was with the Sacramento Kings. And he got up, caught a rebound, and all in one motion after catching the rebound, went behind the back to a bounce pass to a player at the rim. It's nasty.
I feel like I studied my players, understanding where their strengths were.
So would you ever intentionally tweak a pass to make it more difficult than it had to be?
Yes. I was like, I could have threw with my right hand, my left hand, the angle I was at, I couldn't have thrown it with any force. And I trusted my pass, trusted my work.
And would you ever get in trouble for trying something that maybe you shouldn't have tried?
Always, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got it. They cussed me out a little bit. They learned to trust me, and when I did execute, and make those passes, I got 7 assists and 1 turnover. It's not as bad as it looks if it's a turnover. I'm always knowing that Ray was going to be in the corner.
You had some battles with Cleveland during the 2010s. Walk me through this moment in transition.
I seen him coming. My boy T.A. was running, as always. P's right behind him. And, we executed the play, and this is... It was a hell of a play, especially at the crib. The Boston fans loved it.
So did you jump up with the intention of getting him in the air?
Absolutely, no doubt. I mean, like I said, time to time we've had this play. You can go back and see probably 5 or 6 plays where he's actually gotten or blocked my shot. I was just tired of getting my shit blocked from LeBron, so I had to figure something else out.
So if you're Iguodala, another number 9, the Warriors are winning the title in that situation?
I don't know. I think their transition defense was a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that option was open. It's what guys are taught to do. Slow the guy up, run underneath him, and that's obviously one of my most famous plays I've ever made in my career.
So you were known for your IQ, but against the Magic, the hustle was on full display.
Energy was high. I always, like I said, just wanted to play as hard as I possibly could when I was on the court. My mindset was to outwork my opponent in front of me. I was always doing things that tried to, that didn't show up in the stat sheet. That's why I think I was a really good glue guy for my team. To this day, like I said, people disrespected, I believe, this is how hard I played the game. It wasn't about who was in front of me. I was just trying to destroy everybody that was in front of me. I'm trying to just figure out how to get the ball. I didn't know I would get up that quickly and do what I did as far as making that play. But again, my whole mindset was to get it before him. And he pushed the shit out of me too on this. It should have been an and one.
Mark Jackson on the broadcast, I don't know if Tom Brady was in attendance. He said that he was the second best quarterback in New England to you.
Out hustling everybody else on the floor, finding a way to get it done. I talked about him being the best quarterback arguably in Boston. Tom Brady ought to be proud to be in the same discussion.
Did you get a chance to meet Tom Brady, and did you learn anything from him?
I didn't, really? In passing, but no, I didn't really sit and obviously have any conversation with him, but no, he's definitely number 1. I might have been 2. But no, that's not my sport.
You made 4 defensive teams throughout your career, but this right here might have been your greatest defensive play.
Knowing what my opponent's going to do. Expose, run up a hell of a play. I want to get ahead of the game. I need any answers I can give and go back and tell Kevin, Paul, Ray what they're doing.
Was this an assignment from your lieutenants to go spy, or just a personal mission?
It's a personal mission. And again, I want to go back to my troops, let them know what's going on, and give them an advantage.
Did you ever actually gain any intel from these missions?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Knowing where, certain lineups are, okay, Brown will have it at the top here, it may not, obviously the whole play might not have been executed out, but starting, how the play was going to start. If you give me this now, I can probably try to make out a blueprint of what this play possibly going to be.
You ultimately did team up with LeBron on the Lakers.
I did.
Can you break down this buzzer beater for me?
The man above was looking out for me. And then to go against my old team, the team I started with, the team that made me who I am, the Boston Celtics. And
I remember this game. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and rooting for the Lakers, and my friend, he's a big-time Boston fan, and we were both in beat-ups watching this.
Garden, and it was, the shot that we needed to win. So
going back to Boston means a lot to you.
Absolutely. Every time I go back, I started at 20 years old, and I grew up a man there. And people don't realize, I think that morning, my son was there at this particular game. And we stayed after in the Garden. We played one-on-one. We shot shots from that particular spot on the floor. This is everything. It's my favorite part of playing in the game. Tatum lost me a little bit, but at the same time, like I said, the man works in mysterious ways. The ball gets tipped. Tyson had a hell of an effort. And then, pretty much, like I said, it was a team effort. Tyson made that play.
You do have a reputation for stepping up on those nationally televised games. Was that something you consciously thought of going into it?
Didn't sleep probably those nights. Just kind of trying to get myself mentally ready to manifest what I'm going to do the following day and try to always do the best for my team.
Even when plays fell apart, you did still find a way to succeed.
This obviously knowing shot clock situation, time to score. And then again, I didn't expect to get blocked, but I knew that at that particular time I had to get it off. It was at that time, I think, less than point-something seconds on the clock. So probably couldn't do it again, but.
I'm assuming it wasn't Washington, but what cities would you love to put on a show for?
The cities that had the crowds, the Miamis, Golden States, Sacramento, teams that obviously also teams and cities that understood the game. The Garden, both Gardens.
One Garden.
Well,
there's one Garden.
You're right, there's one Garden, but there's other. I gotta put the respect on the.
MSG is the Garden.
Hell no.
No, definitely.
I knew that was coming.
G.
TD.
Maybe.
TD.
After your battles with LeBron in Cleveland, you still haunted his dreams.
And again, for me having to find a way to get my shot off easy without guys, testing me at the rim, I had to do certain tricks like this. And again, sell it with the eyes. The ball makes it easier.
I used to do that move.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a pass-first point guard. And again, just outsmart my opponent.
Do you remember the first time you ever pulled off this move?
I don't remember the first, but obviously I think this is probably the best. And obviously the magnitude of the game, Miami, Bron, playoffs. So being able to use that to my advantage, it made these plays a lot easier for me.
Maybe it's just because it's highlights. I've literally never seen it not work. Has it ever not worked?
Yeah, absolutely. So I might have to fake it, and then I'll have to make the throw, make the pass.
Who defended you the best throughout your career, would you say?
Ooh, probably maybe Kobe.
Kobe. What about the worst? The worst defender you've ever faced?
It just depends. Like I said, we play teams out west. They were always fun to play against.
I have a nominee for you. Maybe it was Steve Nash.
He wasn't MVP for his defense. But, again, they didn't really give a shit about defense. Made the move. But, yeah, that particular play almost injured him for a while.
I feel
as a Kobe fan, that made me feel good to hear that come from Rondo.
People have underestimated your bounce for years, but it might be because you almost concussed yourself.
I think it was my first dunk ever, technically on somebody. I got to get this poster. I probably would have got a fine, $5,000 flop.
So this was a flop. You weren't actually hurt.
No, I wasn't hurt. I mean, I hit the ground hard as shit, but no. I had to sell the foul. At that time, I was like 160. Every time I hit the ground, I felt it.
Against a Jason Maxiell, especially.
Yeah, one of the most physical guys playing at the time.
How do you think that Celtics team would have fared today?
We'd have made it work. We were very, I think, flexible.
I feel like you don't see teams stick together like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was, they chopped it up pretty quickly. But again, like I said, you got to think about injuries that we had. So no, we didn't stick together as long as I think guys would have liked to.
Boston's a tough city. You exhibited ultimate toughness when Dwayne Wade tried to dupe you right here. What was this moment like for you? How much pain were you in?
On a 10, I was probably about an 8.7. People in my family didn't, appreciate that. But again, we played the game. Adrenaline was going, so I came back out there, try to make it, do what I could best for my team. We ended up winning the game, not the series. Adrenaline's a hell of a drug. It ended up hurting maybe like 4 days later. And thank God I never had surgery. I actually started doing yoga. That kind of helped my elbow heal because the rehab guy I was going to, it wasn't working. So I stopped going to rehab and I started doing Bikram yoga.
The second Garden was rocking. The second Garden was definitely rocking.
Yeah, whatever.
So a lockout would not stop you from racking up assists. Can you walk me through this lockout, alley-oop?
I knew he's obviously at the time, he was one of the highest jumpers in our game. I want to give the fans obviously something to think about.
Who was that? Was that Montrezl Harrell? Or no, the guy I don't like. I think that was a dude, Kenneth Faried. I think that might have been Kenneth Faried. I did not like that guy.
Who in the world are you playing? Who is this team?
This is, I don't know who, these guys aren't pros. Again, you see the gym, we focus on the wrong thing. The gym is packed. It was a great show for our fans. You know, like I said, we're in the state of Kentucky. We're on like a tour.
What player do you think you would have had the best lob chemistry with outside of anyone you ever played with?
Blake.
Blake?
Most likely Blake, yeah. At that time, he was doing a lot of different things in there, so.
So you had the real lob to Fareed, and then this I've never seen before. Pulled off a perfect fake lob to LeBron.
Oh, yeah. Again, I mean, all these plays, you know, one thing they have in common is just me having fun with the game. People knowing I'm a pass first point guard, I was able to sell the fake. But yeah, obviously it's an easy sell. Brian, people knowing it's what he does. He's right on script with it, and we obviously didn't talk about it at all, so I faked him, he faked me, so it was fun.
What was the experience like reprising this rivalry?
It was amazing, but for me, the Celtics hadn't won since I was born. Last time they were born was in '86, so you know I didn't get into it that much, and then obviously I didn't grow up a sports fan. So when I got to Boston, I had to kind of learn about the tradition, learn about the history, you know, and the rivals between the Celtics, Lakers once we got to the finals. So for me, I always wanted to be the best in everything I did. I want to put my hand.
People forget, like, some of these basketball players don't know a lot about the history of the game. A lot of them didn't really grow up watching basketball, so sometimes they get asked questions about past players, and they really don't know what to say.
In the first in class, I wanted to write the answers first on the board. It was just kind of, I give a damn if I played for, you know, what team possible, but I was fortunate that I did end up a Celtic and being amongst that, and it was a great feeling. And then, like I said, now to see the tradition continue to live on and now be a part of it, it's a great humbling feeling.
Did the situation of the game impact your decision to pull off absurd fakes?
So look, that's a perfect example you asked me earlier. The initial behind the back pass didn't work.
Oh, okay. Finally, it didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah, I really shouldn't have did it. So I thought he would bite a little bit harder. He didn't go for it, and then he jumped. So I got to pump fake him again to get him up in the air to make the pass. That's when Doc got the Gatorade bath, you know, before the game was over. So it was pretty cool.
You were a young buck in the first title. Second title, your son got to watch you play and win. Which title meant more to you?
The second one. I was talking to E-House maybe 2 weeks ago, and I told him, like, he inspired me. His son was on the sideline in 2008, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And then again, that's kind of motivated me. He was able to experience it with me, and then he was actually in the bubble for me to win it with him there. It was a special moment.
So this is similar to the first one we started with. Your peripheral vision is simply stupid. How'd you see this one?
I didn't have any idea what I would do. I didn't know I was going to pass it to Ray. I wanted an easy
left
bucket.
hand.
The only pass I could have made was the one behind my head.
You were a master of deception, as we said. Pump fakes, head fakes. Take me through this one here.
I got Ray, I got Paul on my right, KG trailing behind me, so I got options. And obviously those two guys are the guys that are going to draw the attention. So being able to, like I said, use those guys as decoys, it's an easy pass would be best.
You talk about how you see the game a few moves ahead. Does anyone see more moves ahead than you?
At times, I would say Steph, absolutely. Bron, Kobe, you know, those guys kind of jump out to me right away. And it's fun to watch, especially when you go back and watch it on tape.
Do you think if I read you a lyric, you'd be able to tell me the artist or no?
Try it.
A Euro step past a hater like I'm Rondo. Upgrade your baby mama to a condo.
Who is that?
Named after a luxury brand. Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane.
Damn it.
We'll keep trying. We'll keep trying.
Shout out to TA, man. Shout out to Gucci Mane.
Get it in the morning like Alonzo. Rondo. Green cheese like a nacho.
That's Tyga?
That's Tyga. Tyga, not Tyler. Rack City.
Yeah.
Rack City. There he goes. That's John Doe.
Rick
Ross. Lone Ranger, no tanto. So my 9 got my back like Rajon Rondo. Atlanta. He's in movies.
He's in movies.
He's in movies. In Fast and the Furious, potentially.
Oh, that
Luda.
Luda?
You're a genius. Yes, correct.
You gave me 10 answers. I mean,
I give you a lot of them. You a lot of them. All right, now, I read some tall tales about you. I just want you to confirm.
I actually reacted to a song I used to listen to from Cassidy. The song's actually called Rondo. Pretty sure I did that on this channel.
Whether or not these are true or false, and maybe a little sentence about them, all right?
All right.
Did you once throw a football 80 yards?
I would probably have to say it's probably true.
Let's say on a good day, what do you think like your average toss would be?
I would say at least 65, 70.
That's very long. All right, are your hands truly the size of a 7-footer? Did you ever compare with a KG or a Shaq?
No, not those two guys. I don't think they're as big as they. Maybe like Bron.
Okay.
I don't know about a 7-footer.
Can you hit a softball 400 feet?
No, but I did hit a home run in Fenway.
Over the monster?
Yeah, but we started at the mound.
Did you really take 5 showers on game day?
Correct.
Before the game?
No, not all before. Cumulative all one game day, it's about 5 showers, yes.
Okay. Did you actually drink 5 bottles of water on the way to the game?
No, false.
So So why did you tell the reporters that?
Probably just fucking around.
Okay. Like, how far away did you live from the stadium?
No, I would probably maybe 2.
Okay.
Not 5, no.
Did you keep a tube of Carmex in your sock?
Absolutely. And one time we were on a national televised game, and Paul came to the sideline, and his lips were like crusty and shit. I'm like, he was like, give me that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I had to end up giving it to him. Like I said, it comes in handy at times. Make sure you're straight.
Do you consider yourself a pro-level cornhole player?
Absolutely. I'm pissed off I haven't got on the show yet. Actually,
Like the
ESPN.
tour? Yeah.
I haven't played in a
not
while,
bad.
but if I get the call, I'll be ready to go. I'll put the work in and get ready to display my talents on TV.
All right, Rajon Rondo, thank you so much for sitting with us, breaking down these iconic plays. Really appreciate it.
I'm not bad at cornhole. I didn't know what cornhole was till I was about 30. When I was living in Maryland, and they play that a lot out there. And they're like, hey, come over and play cornhole. I'm like, what? They're like, cornhole. I was like, I don't know what that is. Outside yard game. Grab some booze, get some sandbags. I was like, all right, y'all teach me how to play that. And can jam. I learned can jam out there too. But Rondo, he had a lot. Man, those were some great passes, but he had a lot more dazzling passes, man. Obviously, right? But Rondo, man, I think he will forever go down as a fairly underrated point guard, to be honest. Anywho, let me know what you think about it. I appreciate y'all for stepping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that damn bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.